New week, new candle. Let's see what's next. Hello there everyone, I hope you're having a beautiful day. So today it's Monday, and you know what happens on Monday? A new weekly candle opens. So let's check out what the previous weekly candle did, what we can interpret from it, and then let's just see what's next. So right now we are in a very strong uptrend, right? There's not a deep pullback to be had, and we just continue this upward trend. So right now, what we did is we made a hammer candle or a gravestone doji, whatever you want to call it. Basically, the story that this candlestick over here tells is we moved up in this week, then we moved down all the way in this week. So basically, there's a strong selling pressure at the top. We had an open over here, and that's basically what this is showcasing, right? We see a strong rejection above that previous all-time high, which means that there's some selling pressure there. That's all that we can interpret from that candlestick. And if we look at similar candlesticks at the bottom of a trend, for example, like here, then we can see that this can be a good indication of a potential pullback or just rejection from a specific area like that. So in here, we have another one, in here we have another one. Basically, all these candlesticks that showcase a long wick either at the top, like this, or at the bottom, like so. Those are hammer candles. Well, they just show that there's a buying or selling pressure at a specific area, and then we can use that information to our advantage because we're traders, we trade based on probabilities, and that's what we do here on the WhatsNext Community Channel. So if you're interested in these kinds of things, please do subscribe so you can find out more about trading, about mindset, and about the crypto market in general. We post videos every single day, so if you subscribe and put that notification bell on, you'll be sure never to miss a video anymore. Okay, so right now we are moving towards an area of liquidity. Well, what is liquidity exactly? So basically, liquidity is, I always describe it to my students as basically a large pool, right? And then the amount of money that you have influences your impact on the pool. So let's say you have $1,000. Well, $1,000 on the big cryptocurrency market cap is only a drop in a huge ocean, right? Now, if you are a institution, for example, then you're not trading with $1,000, you're trading with a few $1 billion, for example. Well, that means that you are trading with a few swimming pools of money. And then your swimming pools of money will, of course, have an effect on the tide in the water, right? So that's what I like to use as an example for liquidity. So basically, you know that institutions have a large amount of money, and if you have a large amount of money, you have an impact on how the market moves. So the goal of an institution here is to move towards areas of liquidity so that they can exit or enter their positions without too much impact on the market. So you want to be able to exit at a specific price. Let's say, for example, you want to exit at this price right here, the previous all-time high. Then you break this all-time high, and then you see a rejection. The retail traders enter the market because we just put out a new all-time high. You take the money from the retail traders, and that's the way they make money, right? Because if they make money, someone else needs to lose money. That's just the way the market works. If you don't accept the fact that that's the way the market works, well, then you're just not going to make any money. And then the institutions say, thank you very much. And yeah, if you don't understand those fundamental principles, just don't trade the markets, right? Just accept it and move on and maybe buy an ETF or something. But if you want to be on the other side of the markets, you have to understand that these areas of liquidity are a crucial element of trading. So that's why I like to use them, and that's why I teach my students to use them as well. So basically, if we use these white candlesticks, we can see that there's liquidity position right here. We can see that there's liquidity position right here. And basically a white candlestick means a candlestick of which the wicks, the sum of these two wicks, is more than the sum of the body, right? If I look at my indicator right here, it says a less than 50% body candle. So a candlestick of which the body is less than 50% of the wicks. Now, that just tells me that you're moving around a lot and your open and your close price are quite the same. So it means that you have to move a lot to the upside or a lot to the downside in order to achieve it, right? So that means that there's a lot of stuff going on. You're not just going upwards very quickly, but you're instead going up, going down, going up, going down. Like basically, there's a lot of stuff happening here, right? And then that's the story that the candlestick tells. Now, if you understand that specific story, then you also understand that a supply or demand zone is basically a zone where people or large institutions, big financial institutions, they enter or exit the markets. And that's why I like to trade them as well. That's why I like to use them in my analyses, because I like to trade with the institutions. I don't like to trade with retail traders because those are the people that are funding the larger players. So I like to make money in the market. I don't like to lose money. So I decided to stick with the winning team, right? Okay, so if we have all those assumptions made, then we know that there are two areas to look at on the upside and two areas to look at on the downside. So the area I'm looking at the downside is 57,550, and the area here is 57,350. Those are the areas of large volume, those are the areas of liquidity, and that's where the price will move towards like a magnet, as it has always done in the past, right? So for example, if we draw in this zone right here, what has price done? We've dumped down and then just attracted it like a magnet. So we know this. We know this from our backtest. We know this from the principles of which the markets are based. And we know that now there's a new area of liquidity right here. And then we also know that there can be another selling event happening right here. Now, is it a complete guarantee that it will happen right there? No, fortunately not. But the probabilities, they are in our favor when we start to look at these areas. So that's basically my job as a trader, is to look at probabilities, see what happens over another thing happening, and that's the way I make money, right? So now we have these two zones, 63,200 and 64,400. Those are the areas I'm looking at for Bitcoin. Bitcoin would take control over the market and basically direct the direction of the market. That's why always my analyses, they every single time they start with Bitcoin. Okay, so now we can take a look at a previous project that we've had before. What have we done? We are talking about RUNE. So I did a fundamental analysis video on RUNE. I called it multiple times in my market outlook videos, and there you have it, as some other YouTubers might say. Basically a breakout, large volume increase. People will start to get to know this project, and I believe that RUNE can truly do something like this, right? Where people start to realize that the project is significantly better than other projects in the space. The trend starts to move upwards, and there will not be a lot of buying opportunities for RUNE. Well, that's why I build my positions down here, and all the way down here. We called it also in our premium Discord environment. We are also releasing an English version of our premium Discord environment. Just sit tight, relax, because we want to make everything perfect for you guys. So right now, for RUNE, I'm expecting a very impulsive move towards the upside. Something similar like this, right? We have a break, and then at no point is there like any maybe this one, yeah? This is a good trade towards the upside, but then yeah, you're just basically seeing a very impulsive uptrend, right? We saw it right here, we're gonna see it right here, we saw it right here. So that's basically what I'm anticipating on RUNE. Congratulations to everyone who is also positioned in this trade. And yeah, I hope you're in nice profits. I think ever since I called it around $6 to $7, let's see, it's around 100%, perhaps 80% if you're a little bit late. So yeah, once again, congratulations to everyone. And that's what we do on this channel. We treat projects that the masses haven't seen yet. So if you're interested in that, once again, you can subscribe to our channel. Now, one last thing I want to do is look at the altcoin dominance chart. And right now, this is the scenario I'm looking at, right? Either we go down further towards this area right here, which is not what I think is going to happen most likely. What I think is going to happen is Bitcoin will move towards its supply zone. The altcoins will take a small dip against Bitcoin value, and then we'll continue towards the upside, right? We have a break of this trend right here, push, pull back, create a higher low, because that's what an uptrend does, and then you continue that upward momentum, and then you'll see a big rise in the altcoin markets. So that's what I'm looking at for the coming week, the coming few weeks, and the upcoming 24 to 48 hours. Now, thank you for watching. If you think these kinds of videos are interesting, if you learned something, please subscribe, like this video, and you'll make sure that you'll never miss it again, because that's what we do at this channel. Okay, thank you guys for watching, and I will see you in the next one.